Okay. I was not planning on going live tonight. But I mean, you've probably heard the news if you see the stream title RAP Akira Toriyama. Um the legendary manga artist. He passed away on March 1st. But his basically his passing was announced about an hour and a half ago. Um and it's all over like all of my feeds, all of my chats. Um so I mean, I guess I should talk about it. Let me just um try and so basically it um if you are of a certain age, um I'm 40, I'm going to be 41 god in like 3 weeks. What the fuck? um uh if you're a certain age, you remember Dragon Ball Z on Toonami. Um we were starved for an action show like this, something that like really didn't pull any punches, that was like even a little more hardcore than Batman the Animated Series. And anime was at the point where it was about to just explode, completely utterly explode. Like um first off, I feel like I have to christen the stream. Um, so for like a generation, this was the theme song to DBZ.
Dragon Ball Z. Dragon, rock the dragon, come get Dragon Ball Z. Rock the Dragon Ball Z. Rock the dragon, come get me. Rock the Dragon Ball Z. Rock the dragon, come get me.
So that basically was um so that one basically was the original English theme song to Dragon Ball Z. Now, I don't think a lot of people know the um story behind the dub. So this was adapted by a small company called Funimation. And Funimation, like, what was the story? That like the guy who started Funimation was like the nephew, relate it to whoever over at Toei handled Dragon Ball. And they got like a really sweetheart deal on the damn thing. So 1995, they decide to try to bring it over, uh, with, um, with a dub of the original Dragon Ball show. Actually, not the first time a U.S. company has tried it. The infamous Harmony Gold tried to bring it over in the late 80s. There's like air checks of like one of the Dragon Ball movies getting dubbed, and it there's air checks from my beloved Philly 57. um so uh Funimation contracts with Ocean Studios in Vancouver. These guys handled um this was the same pool of voice actors that handled like Beast Wars, and later on would do Gundam Wing. Um, and these guys would Ocean would dub the, I would say, like, I think it was like the first 13 episodes of the original Dragon Ball, but that didn't take in America. So um Funimation decided, well, let's skip ahead. Let's do Dragon Ball Z, because that's the one people really, really like, with all the fighting and the adult Goku and the Saiyans. So 1996, Funimation contracts with Saban Entertainment. Um and Saban Entertainment, I don't know how much of a role they played in making these making this dub, but Saban Entertainment distributed their dub to stations across America. Um so I think it was like weekly the first year and then daily the next year. Like they even had bumpers with the name escapes me right now, but the who Greg Bullock, the actor who played Lieutenant Stone in Power Rangers, the straight guy to Bulk and Skull, was like announcing Dragon Ball Z up next, like not in the narrator voice or whatever. I don't know how involved Saban was with this dub. I know that it was infamously edited. I'm looking up on Wikipedia now. I know it was infamously edited to like a like their standards, like um villains were sent to another dimension when they clearly died in the original text. The bit where Goku ends up in hell became the home for infinite losers, and the editing department at Funimation or Saban or whoever changed HELL to HFIL. And if you were a dub fan, you were making so many jokes about this for like days on end. Um so God, yeah, this is I know I'm rambling, but um so the original Dragon Ball Z dub was kind of a flop. Um I don't think it has anything to do with the dub itself. It was distributed on TV stations in syndication at a time when syndication was kind of dying. Um, like, if you go by the thought of there are like two viable independents in each market, or two viable kid stations in each market. I'm not gonna say independent because Fox wasn't an independent at that point, but it would be like Fox. You'd have a station airing Fox Kids, and you'd have a station airing Disney Afternoon. And then maybe in the bigger markets, you'd have a station airing whatever up against those two. But um time slots were scarce. Like you have two stations, 3 to 5 is just booked solid. So a lot of these stations were clearing DBZ at like all hours of the morning. Um so the original Saban dub. We'll just call it the Saban dub. Um so the original Saban dub did license the first 67 episodes, but they made so many edits it was condensed down into 53. And then I think like 3 episodes at the end were an adaptation of the Tree of Might. So what happened next was this Saban not Saban Entertainment, Funimation broke away from Saban Entertainment, uh and they shopped the series to Cartoon Network, which had like basically just started Toonami. And Toonami, if you were a high school student, if you were a tween, if you were like in that like sweet spot of 12 to I think 17, Toonami was the shit. Toonami was my shit. Like, um, the internet's designated Fox Kids girl, as I say. Look, I'm not gonna lie, Toonami was awesome. It was a highlight of every weekday afternoon. I mean, DBZ was the flagship show. So Cartoon Network gets the rights, plops it on 5 o'clock in the afternoon, where everybody can see it. Gives it promotion, treats this like this iconic balls to the walls action masterpiece. And people find it, and people go nuts for it. So by 1999, Funimation's doing its own dub. They recast all the voices. They're doing it in Texas. Originally, like they try to have everyone sound alike, but it really ends up being like these people find their own groove going on. Like Sean Schemmel, Chris Sabat's Vegeta, like starts as a Brian Drummond clone, and it sure as hell doesn't end as a Brian Drummond clone. Uh, it's really fascinating. But like they pick up the Frieza saga, Goku goes Super Saiyan 1, um, and that was like really when it just caught fire. And I would absolutely say that Toonami was like the main competitor to Fox Kids at the end. Like I don't think you can say anything otherwise, especially like when Fox Kids like went to an almost completely anime schedule. They started getting stuff like Escaflowne. Um Hello, I am Japanese. All Japan's in sorrow. Yeah, yeah. I hear you. I completely understand. Like, forgive me if this doesn't translate, but Charles Schultz, the author of Peanuts. Like, obviously Dragon Ball is completely different from Peanuts. But I would say Toriyama was as much a giant in the manga field as Charles Schulz was a giant in the newspaper comic strip field. This loss feels as significant. But it's not just newspaper comics. I'm actually gonna put this on. I'm actually gonna like try and tell me how the sound's coming down because I'm gonna try and the volume down a little here. Because I don't have a headphones on, so I don't want to go a little too nuts. How does this sound? How's it coming over the mic? All right. So I'm gonna start a game with this. I remember the advertising for Chrono Trigger. They just took the Japanese ad and they like made it actually I want to try and get some of my friends over in here. Okay. As you can tell, I'm a little bit of a novice at this shit. Okay, so this is stupid because I don't think my it does not look like thing is that's the real. So full confession, I was never an RPG girl growing up, and I think that kind of sucks. I don't think we ever like really got one. Like I remember renting this. Was it? No, I didn't rent this. I know I rented Final Fantasy IV and Earthbound. Those are the two I tried. Sue me. I'm gonna name her Velma. Because everything is Scooby-Doo. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming for too long tonight, guys. I just wanted to get, like, my honest thoughts about, Akira Toriyama. You can see the charm of his art even in the sprite design here. Yeah, I'm kind of fading at this point, guys. So Mara was going to be my name. What? Yeah, Mara was probably going to be my name if I was Sis. Alright, let's see. How fast can I go? I should probably set something as a turbo button. So this is the battle system. In the immortal words of GDQ, that's never happened before. The music in this is so good. Mode 7 at its best. Little Garlic Juniors. Because I watched too much Kamen Rider. Cyclone! Joker! Kamen Rider Double is so good. I'm gonna wrap it up soon. I guess once I get to the next save point, we'll call it a tonight, and I'll probably pick this up at some point tomorrow, I think. I wanted to stream some, like, real shit Fox Kids licensed games. So I guess we'll probably do that at some point, too. But, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I am definitely fading. So, I will see you tomorrow. I will probably be working on some fun video goodies throughout the week. You can support me at patreon.com/JessMatthewsProductions. And I will see you